I am doing my reading practice from the book Effective Public Speaking by Dale Carnegie. This is not a scintillating observation, it won't make speech history. But isn't it better than agonizing silence? Our last phrase was what? Waiting to be told. Alright, let's start a new sentence with that idea. The constant telling the constant telling and guiding and driving of employees who refuse to do any original thinking is one of the most exacerbating things imaginable. Well, we got through that one. Let us plunge again. This time we must say something about imagination. Imagination, that is what is needed. Vision, where there is no vision, Solomon said the people perish. We did it too that time without a hitch. Let us take heart and continue. The number of employees who perish each year in the battle of business is really lamentable. I say lamentable because with just a little more loyalty, a little more ambition, a little more enthusiasm, these same men and women might have lifted themselves over the line of demarcation between success and failure. Yet the failure of business never admits that this is the case, and so on. While the speaker is saying these platitudes off the top of his mind, he should at the same time be thinking hard of the next point in his planned speech, of the thing he had originally intended to say. This endless chain method of thinking will, if continued very long, trap the speaker into discussing plum pudding or the price of canary birds. However, it is a splendid first aid to the injured mind broken down temporarily through forgetfulness, and as such, it has been the means of resuscitating many a gasping and dying speech. We cannot improve our memories all classes of things. I have pointed out in this chapter how we may improve our methods of getting vivid impressions or of repeating and of tying our facts together. But memory is so essentially a matter of association there can be there can be, as Professor James points out, no improvement of the general or elementary faculty of memory. There can only be improvement of our memory for special systems of associated things. By memorizing, for instance, a quotation a day from Shakespeare, we may improve our memory for literacy quotations to a surprising degree. Each additional quotation will find many friends in the mind to tie to, but the memorizing of everything from Hamlet to Romeo will not necessarily aid one in retaining facts about the cotton market or the Bessemer process for desiliconizing pig iron. Let us repeat, if we apply and use the principles discussed in this chapter, we will improve our manner and efficiency for memorizing anything. But if we do not apply these principles, then the memorizing of 10 million facts about baseball will not help us in the slightest in memorizing facts about the stock market. Such unrelated data cannot be tied together. Our mind is essentially an associating machine. Summary: the average man, said the noted psychologist Professor Carl Shishod, does not use about 10% of his actual inherited capacity for memory. He wastes the 90% by violating the natural laws of remembering. These natural laws of remembering are three: impression, repetition, and association. Get a deep, vivid impression of the thing you wish to remember. To do that, you must first is concentrate. That was the secret of Theodore Roosevelt's memory. Second is observe closely. Get an accurate impression. A camera won't take pictures in a fog. Neither will your mind retain foggy impressions. Third one is get your impressions through as many of the senses as possible. Lincoln read aloud whether he wished to remember so that he would get both a visual and an auditory impression. And the final one is above all else, be sure to get eye impressions, they stick. The nerves leading from the eye to the brain are 25 times as large as those leading from the ear to the brain. Mark Twain could not remember the outline of his speech when he used notes, but when he threw away his notes and used pictures to record his various headings, all his troubles vanished. Thank you. That is for the day.